So, I believe we are live. Hello, Roland. So, let's see. Hello there too. To Anish, to Forlearn, to Renyard, to Oksana, to Syed, to Valentine. Oh, I missed you there, Valentine. To Slipknot. There. Okay, and who else? To Vitali as well. I nearly missed you. I'm sorry, Vitali. And to Sveta and Patricia and Slipknot. Check out. I think about probably in that case for Learn. And good evening, Count Beauty and Lukash. Great to have you. And Manisco. Okay, it's just started. Yeah. So if you remember from last time, we were doing I'm sorry about that, Valentine. We were doing an article about what's going to be left in the fossil record from big cities. So, let's see. The last paragraph we did. Okay, good evening, GW. Okay, just as the landscapes of the deep past are not forgotten, how will the rock record of the deep future remember Shanghai, New York, and other great cities? So, here we go with the first question. Good evening, TW. Great to have you. Okay, so this is about the fossil record that cities are going to leave. Yeah, I'm sure you're all going to do very well. No, you're just on time, Lethy. It's wonderful to have you, mate. Okay, how to reboot civilization. You might assume that cities are too fickle, volatile, perishable, ephemeral, interim to leave behind a fossil. But most buildings are designed to last for 60 years, says Roma Agrawal, structural engineer for the Shard in London. And I always thought that feels really short because that's in my lifetime. I think probably there are two good answers here. So good evening, Shukri, or probably good afternoon to you. So, let's see, we've got ephemeral from Forlearn, we've got perishable from Count, we've got ephemeral from Renyard. Just keep practicing and practicing, Anish. We've got ephemeral from Vitali, ephemeral from Amin, we've got ephemeral from Roland. Good evening, Maria Lassad. You've gone for perishable. Perishable for Leffy. No, come across this word, not come this word across, come across this word for Learn. It's inseparable. Perishable for Patricia. Great to have you, Patricia. Renyard says, I guess perishable might also fit. Oksana says, perishable, why not? I've just increased the volume. Okay, that's good. Manji, wonderful to have you. Okay, so let me read this again. How to reboot civilization. You might assume that cities are too fickle, volatile, perishable, ephemeral, interim to leave behind a fossil. Most buildings are designed to last for 60 years, says Roma Agrawal, a structural engineer for the Shard in London. And I've always thought that feels really short because that's my lifetime. You've never ever heard anyone say ephemeral in your lifetime, Leffy? Well, now you have. Ephemeral. Good evening, Ronan. Great to have you. TW goes for ephemeral. Banty goes for perishable. Ephemeral, lasting for a very short time. Perishable, says Manji. Listen and repeat, Syed. Volatile, says Slipshod. Ronan says perishable, and then Vitali says perishable refers to foodstuffs. I would say that's right. I personally think perishable does fit, But I think most normally perishable, it talks about foods that are going to go off. Something that's ephemeral, it's here today and gone tomorrow. You ought to go to the auctions of ephemera in London, Leffy. Yeah? Ephemeral means fading. So something that's ephemeral is something that lasts for a very short time. Okay, so no, if you say your performance last night was ephemeral, it means that it will only be remembered for a very short time. It's of a very it doesn't last in time. Yeah, it's not something that will keep in time. I definitely made ephemeral. I quite like this word ephemeral. Hello, Megha, great to have you. So fickle talks about people's character. Yeah, somebody who's fickle is your friend today and not your friend tomorrow. Evanescent, I love that. Evanescence, evanescent, ephemeral. That's very good, Patricia. Volatile is a situation that changes very rapidly. Yeah, you could have somebody who has a volatile character. A stock market can be volatile. Yes, a feeling can be ephemeral. Yeah, very definitely. An interim government is ephemeral. An interim government, it only lasts a short time. In the interim, yeah, interim is between 2 points in time. Ephemeral, fugacious, fleeting, evanescent. I love it. Love this. Provisional and interim government. Provisional is until they fix it, whereas interim is from one point to another. In many cases they can be the same, Shakib, because the provisional government is in the interim between one government ending and a new government starting. Yeah, but interim is normally between 2 points in time. Because maybe a provisional government could be confirmed later as the real government. So, Amrut, great to have you. Okay, in the interim. So, I'm going for a cup of coffee. In the interim, I want you to do this exercise. Yeah, in the interim, in this period of time. Yeah, particularly in the interim, Slipknot. Okay, so perishable. I would accept perishable. Yeah, but ephemeral is the best answer. Ephemeral. Okay, ephemeral. Something that's here today and gone tomorrow. No problems, Laurie, at all. Okay, interim. In the interim. During that period of time. Ephemeral success and fashion. Yes, but maybe a performance could be ephemeral, Vitali, if everybody's going to forget about it a week later. Yeah, I wouldn't normally use ephemeral to talk about a performance as in the performance lasts a short time. I would use ephemeral to talk about the memory of it, or people will remember it for a very short time. Yeah, in the meantime, in the interim. Okay, so an ephemeral performance is something that people are going to forget about very, very soon. Yeah, ephemeral, I think in this case, it's talking about in memory, but here today, gone tomorrow. Yeah. Temporal. Yes, temporal's a good word for it. Ayush, great to have you, Ayush. Some plants are ephemeral, yes. For example, poppies are very ephemeral. Happiness is ephemeral most of the time. Yes, yes, very definitely. But I think maybe our lives are ephemeral as well. Okay, so one of these with articles. Ephemeral pleasures. If you want to build something that would stand in tens of thousands of years, then the zero article forces that you need to contend with become huge, she explains. Most engineers don't look that far ahead. So we've got zero article from beauty, we've got the from vitali, ephemeral insects and plants. Yes, very definitely. A mayfly is very ephemeral, Sveta. No, Slipknot, not intangible, ephemeral, remembered or for only a short time, or lives for only a short time. Okay, UA, says Leffy. Okay, zero article for Lukash, the for Maria Lazard, the for Patricia, the for Shukri, the for Laurie, and for Ronan. The and zero article says Oksana. The for Manji. Leffy goes for zero article. Amin goes for the and zero article. The for Ronan. Okay, the for Renyard. Ephemeral, flash in the pan. That's very good. I like that, Hadi. The for Banti. The for Ayush. The, because it is something specific. Yes, it's something very specific. The for TW. The sounds a bit better, says Valentine. Mayfly's ephemeral. Okay, the for Slipknot. So, the specific forces that you need to contend with. It's got to be the. I guess then forces that you need to contend with. I'm not very happy without the. Zero article is always the answer. So the for Sveta and the for learn as well. Okay, in this case, these are the specific ones. It's very specific. And the is always for specifics. Fleeting. Yes, Slipknot. That's much better. Good evening, Maha. It doesn't sound natural. I quite agree with you, Vitali. I quite agree. It doesn't sound natural. The. It's got to be the. Okay, so, but while a building might not be designed to stand tall for millennia, that does not mean it will lack a geological inheritance, heritage, legacy, dowry. The ancient Egyptians used to have these skills. Yes, but the point is we don't build today like the ancient Egyptians used to build. So, the Englishman's cup of tea. Very specific again, Anish. Stand in tens of years. Stand means continue standing. Yes, to stand up, not to fall apart. So, legacy for Count Vitali Amin Leffy. Shakib goes for heritage. Maria Lazard for legacy. Laurie for heritage. Renyard for legacy. Ronan for heritage. Maha for heritage. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Megha goes for heritage. Hadi goes for legacy. Legacy for Patricia. Okay, heritage for Manji. Geological heritage, says Roland. Legacy, says Ayush. Heritage, says Forlearn. Legacy for TW. Great to have you, Indian traditional food. Yum yum. Okay, legacy for Slipknot. I like that. Good evening, Pavla. Great to have you, says legacy as well. Banti says heritage. Legacy, says Oksana. Something you leave. What is heritage? Everyone goes to a geological legacy. I love it, GW. Heritage for Anish. Shukri's not sure. So, what is heritage? Normally, heritage is something that has come down. So, this building is part of, this castle is part of our heritage. Yeah? And I think if you lack a heritage, then you don't have a line of things that have come down to you. I think if this word was give, or provide, or make, then heritage, yes, might work. Yeah, but so a country that's newly made lacks heritage, a country's heritage. Great to have you, Baharat. Valentine goes for legacy, a long-lasting legacy, says Leffy. Okay, a dowry is the money that you that you give to get married to somebody, normally to your partner's parents. Yeah, that's very different. An inheritance is money that you inherit. Yeah, money that you get from somebody who has died. Hi, Emine. So, heritage, no, because if it lacks a heritage, then it lacks what came before. Yeah, dowry, trousseau, I love it, Vitali. Legacy. Yeah, because a legacy is something that's handed down, that it leaves for later. Yeah, very definitely. Okay, so yeah, a legacy. Yeah, I guess we will leave all this carbon dioxide in the atmosphere as a legacy to those who come after us. So, according to Jan Zalasiewicz at the Zero Article University of Leicester, it's a quite reasonable, even prosaic geological prediction that the Zero Article, A and the megacity, will leave a Zero Article, A and the fossil. So we've got 3 questions here. So Count Beauty goes for the and the. Okay, this is interesting. We've got lots of different answers. Okay, the first question is really easy. Yeah? So Vitali goes the the for Vitali. So Maria Lissard goes for the a. Valentine 0. Okay, I'm going to look at these answers. Okay, University of Leicester. I believe there is only one university in Leicester. Yeah, if there were several, you could use A, but no, Leicester's not that big. So at the University of Leicester, the University of Leicester is quite reasonable, even prosaic, everyday, ordinary, normal, boring geological prediction. That the Zero Article, A and the megacity will leave. So, a megacity, definitely, one of the megacities that there are. The megacity, if we're looking at megacities as a general class, therefore the answer here is A and the. No problem, Manuel. Yeah? It's scorching hot. Yeah, it's scorching hot here as well, Manuel. At the University of Leicester. That's very good, Vitali. I like that. The University of Leicester. Shukri goes for 3 A's. So, a megacity is would be, I think, the most common answer for this. But the megacity, if we're thinking about megacities as a general class of thing, and we could use it like that. Although I think A is more common. We'll leave a fossil. a fossil. Okay, so one of the possible fossils that it will leave. Yeah. Okay, that the megacity will leave a fossil, that a megacity will leave a fossil. So it was this middle one that was the difficult one. Yeah, a megacity, one of the various ones, or the megacity, as in, I don't know, there are many football players, but the life or the playing life of the football player as a general quantity, as a general idea. So it's possible. Okay, and we got another one as well. A fossil, says Roland, a megacity. Okay, so here we go with the next one, and it's the same thing. Winston Churchill's prosaic. Okay, thank you, Shukri. The 3 refers to the last one. Okay, I get it, Shukri. It's like a cheetah or the cheetah representing the whole class. That's really good, yeah? So this guy's a student. The student, the normal student that comes to my class has a very good level of English. And that's the idea. So I asked him how he could be so certain. As the zero article a and the geologist, you'd almost put the question an the zero article an and the other way round, he replied. How can you prevent this? So let's see, this one's easier. A and the for Vitali, for Pavla. Catching up, it's okay. You need, Manuel, you just need to choose the right one to go in the gap. Yeah? Oksana says a and the, so does Sveta. A line is dangerous if we refer, or the line, exactly, that's the idea for learn. A and the for Julia Richmond. Good evening, Julia Richmond, great to have you. Prosaic, common, everyday, mundane. Yes, Roland. Valentine goes for 2 zero articles. A and the for Maria Lassard. A and the for Patricia. As a, the other way round for learn. A and the. Shukri says for Laurie. Shukri says A for 1. A and the for Renyard. Megha goes for A and the. Ronan for A and the. Amin for A and the. So, as a geologist, one of the many geologists that there are, as a geologist, as the geologist, the only one in the whole world, or the only one within this group, A and the for Manji as well. As geologist, you can't use a zero article. You, as a geologist, introducing it, you'd almost put the question the other way round. It can't be an, because otherwise it would be another as one word. Yeah? The other way round. This is specific as well. And you can't use zero article. The other way round. So, good evening, Sagar. Okay, so, another has got to be one word. The other way round. It's one way or the other. The other way round. Okay, so I think that those were easier. I think the most difficult one was the, referring to the megacity, referring to it as a class as opposed to a specific one. It's a matter, he says, of durability, abundance and location. The main components, attributes, units, aspects of a modern city have their origins in geology and are therefore, in their different ways, highly durable. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Okay, as a geologist, that's it, Manuel, you got it. Yeah. The other way round. Good. That's it, Manuel. So Vitali goes for attributes. Count Beauty goes for attributes. Valentine says components. Ronan goes for attributes. Maria Lassard goes for aspects. Amin goes for attributes. Letty goes for components. And he's been brave. Mahipal goes for attributes, Roland for attributes, TW for aspects, Patricia for components, Sveta for components, Paula for aspects, Renyard for components, and so with Mega. Pavla goes for attributes, Hadi for attributes, Sagard goes for attributes, Laurie for aspects, Falern goes for components, Oksana goes for attributes and units. Manuel goes for attributes. So let's see, attributes are characteristics. So what are the main attributes of a modern city? Well, I think the attributes of a city are going to be it's easy to travel round, it's comfortable, low crime rate, and I think these are the attributes. I think also aspects, very like attributes. These are aspects, are characteristics. Yes, the qualities or features. Okay, we normally refer to components, machines and systems. I think a city is something that you construct. Maha goes for component. Manji goes for components as well. The main units. I think if it said building blocks, I would accept it. Yeah? Okay, the components are the things that it's made up of. Yeah? So the components. Yeah? The attributes. But attributes are characteristics. They don't say what it's made of. Look what it says. The hub of a modern city have their origins in geology. A city's a system. Very definitely. Very definitely, Leffy. And they're highly durable. I'm not sure attributes or aspects are durable. The main strata. Layers. I'm not so convinced with strata. The components, the things that you use to make it. Unit building blocks, that's it. Components, but it is talking about physical things. It's talking about sand. It's talking about cement or lime. It's talking about steel. It's talking about the thick glass, the things that it's made of. A property. Yes, properties, attributes, very definitely. So, components. The main components, the things that it is composed of. Yeah? The main things it's composed of. Okay, then I missed it if Valentine beat you to it, because I thought you were the first one to go for. No, you're right, Leffy. So congratulations to Valentine with the first correct answer. Okay, so the main components in this case. Yeah, because the attributes or aspects, these are just specific characteristics. Yeah? Highly durable components. Yes, exactly. Highly durable characteristics? Not really. I like that. Thank you, Renyard. Strata is a sociological term, close to social class, or strata in geological strata. The majority of the world's iron ore formed nearly 2 billion years ago. The sand, gravel and quartz in concrete are among the most strong, resilient, buoyant, tolerant. Bear with me a second. Bear with me, I'm sorry about this. That's better. Yep, he's back. He's in all sorts of channels. Sorry about this, guys and gals. Highly durable. Yeah. That's the idea. Okay, so the attributes God has, says Renyard. Yes. Okay, so Vitali says resilient, so does Valentine, so does Laurie, so does Oksana and Julia Richmond and Count Beauty and Mahipal and Lukash and Roland. Lucky it was an easy one. Pavla says resilient, Maria Lazard. Paula says resilient, so does Sveta, Patricia. People can also be resilient. Absolutely, Roland. Manji for resilient. Resilient, yeah, resilience for people. It can be for things as well. Yeah, people can be resilient, but things can be resilient as well, Manuel. Strong, says Ronan and Maha. In the mistaken belief, in the mistaken apprehension. Sounds fine for learn. Hadi goes for resilient. Paula says most strong is incorrect. I would say, Paula, it's non-standard. Buoyant gravel, but it could float in mercury, though. Tolerant says SNP. Resilient for Sagar. TW for resilient. Yeah, that was easy, wasn't it, Leffy? Good evening, fitness. And Banti goes tolerant. Sagar goes resilient. Shukri for strong. Hello, Odia. And resilient for Sagar. Okay, so let's look at this. Buoyant is something that floats. Yeah, I guess somebody could have a buoyant attitude, being very positive. Tolerant is talking about people. People are tolerant. They put up with difficulties. Blithe talks about somebody's characteristic as well. Somebody who really doesn't care. Blythe. No, but Oksana, Blythe talks about people. Yeah? A blithe spirit. Somebody who really doesn't care about what other people says. I'm sure it's 2 a.m. in Bihar. Okay, so the right answer is resilient. So, most strong, the most strong substances. I would say the strongest, but very often these rules in English we break. The most strong, the strongest. Strongest is natural. I'm not very happy with the most strong, but I guess so. The most resilient, definitely the most resilient. Okay. So the next one's reasonably easy. Here. Push-up and cardio time. It should be strongest, Ronan. Strongest. Okay, yes, to get resilient, yes, but also something that's resilient. It doesn't break down easily. Yeah, something that can put up with a lot of punishment, a lot of ill treatment. These hard-lasting, hard-back, hard-breaking, hard-wearing materials once existed in natural deposits, but where before it was only water, gravity or tectonic activity that moved them, now it's a combination of human initiative and hydrocarbon fuels. Okay, Blythe. Sunday's child is Bonnie and Blythe and good and gay. Okay, so, let's see. Yeah, in India these are really, really, really late. But Leffy, Manji's a bit of an insomniac like me. Okay. Okay, so let's see. We've got wearing, hard wearing for Vitali. Or is the what you take out of the ground. Here it's going to be iron 3 oxide, yeah? An ore is the where you find a metal, but in its natural state, yeah? And quartz is a type of stone. It's a type of crystal, yeah? Sand is made of quartz. So, breaking says count. Maria Lazard goes for breaking. Mahipal for breaking. Megha for lasting. Ronan for breaking. Sachin for back. And I'm lost again. Sachin for back. Valentine for breaking. Hadi for breaking. Sturdy, resilient. That's it for learn. For a physical material. You can definitely use it for a physical material, Manuel. Hard breaking for Amin. Hard wearing for Leffy. Yeah. Hard wearing for Sveta. Yes, Manji, but me too. But I think you know that. Hard wearing for Shukri. Hard wearing for Julia Richmond. Hard wearing for Patricia. Heartbreaking materials for George Washington. Okay, we're talking about materials that don't break easily. And hard wearing for Laurie, hard wearing for SNP, for Renyard, hard lasting for Maha, hard lasting, I keep getting lost. Lasting for Maha, hard wearing for Oksana and Lukash. Yeah, that's very nice, Leffy. Okay. Nope, not at all. How fast? And hard wearing materials for Ronan. Okay. Hard breakable, says Pavla. Hard lasting, says Manuel. Also long wearing. That's interesting. Okay, you need to concentrate how fast. So, breaking for Manji. Air doesn't break. Long lasting for Roland, but long lasting, hard breaking for Manuel. You could break it, you could crack it. Okay, hard breaking for Sagar. Wearing properties of materials, Sveta. Okay, so hard wearing. Because to wear means to break down. If something's hard wearing, it lasts for a long time. Long wearing. Lasting. It's long lasting is the collocation. Would be long lasting, but not hard lasting. Hard breaking. I would say hard to break. Hard breaking doesn't work. Hard wearing. Resilient. Hard wearing. So, hard wearing materials. To wear down, to break away from it. Okay? So, yes, well done, SMP. Something that's hard wearing, it lasts for a long time. Okay, Madhav, great to have you. Okay. And tough wearing. That would be good, Patricia. Very definitely. Thank you, Mahadav. Okay, and the next one. Oh, we've got more 0 articles. I already did Madhav 3 times. This is heartbreaking. Very definitely, Renyard. Okay, so we live in the 0 article, A and the greatest age of city building the world has ever seen. 300 years ago, there was only one city with the 0 article, A and the population of 1 million. Edo, modern day Tokyo. So, okay. I'm sorry, I'm lost for learn. Okay, so Count Beauty goes for the and adamantine. That's good. Hardwearing. A for the and A for Count Beauty. The A for learn. The A for Maria Lazard. Thank you, Leffy. You tell him off. The and A for Laurie. The and the for Vitali. The and A for Valentine. The and A for Julia Richmond. The and A for Amin. The and the for Megha. The statement, okay, A for Sachin, the and the for Renyard, the and the for Ronan, the and the for Manji, the for Shukri, the greatest age, says Manuel, the and A for TW, the and A for Paula, the and A for Maha. By knowing how to speak decent English, how fast, instead of messing around in class. The and zero for Lukash, the and the for Sveta. And we've got the pain in the backside again. Okay, so the for Sagar. Okay, so let's try this then. Only one city, very specific. So, greatest, it's a superlative. It's got to be the. Yeah, if it's a superlative, you always use the with superlatives. It's very confusing for you, Oksana. That's why I ask these questions. 300 years ago, there was only one city with a population of 1 million. There was only one city with the population of 1 million. I'm not very happy with the here. With a population of 1 million. With a population of 1 million. Yeah? Okay, so one of the populations. Okay, so the and A, as Khalid has said. The and A. Well done, Shukri. Okay, and we're going to do another one now. This next one's reasonably easy. Then it must be the because it's a superlative. Okay. Today, there are more than 500, all of them dwarfed, stunted, shrimped, midgeted by megacities like Mexico City, population 21 million, Shanghai 24 million, Tokyo now 37 million. So, all of them dwarfed, stunted, shrimped, midgeted. Okay, for many of you, they are great questions. The population. It's a population. You could just about say with the population. In the construction. In the construction of, you could use both, Renyard. So, dwarfed by Vitali. The only city with such a population. Yes, that the city, the only city with there was only one city with a population. Dwarfed for Leffy. Count goes for shrimped. Valentine goes for dwarfed. Leffy goes for dwarfed. Maria Lazar goes for stunted. Roland for dwarfed. TW for dwarfed. Oksana for dwarfed. Yeah, lol, midgeted. Okay. And okay, so let's see. To call a little is it offensive? Yes, it's probably pretty offensive, Ronan. So let's see. Okay, so let's see. Ronan goes for dwarfed, SMP for stunted, dwarfed for Ronan, dwarfed for Manji. Madhav goes for dwarfed with population. Interesting as well. I'm wondering if we're still connected. Yes, I believe we are. I'm not sure about this. Okay, so, dwarfed for Manji, dwarfed for Madhav, dwarf for Shukri. Something's happened here, very definitely. Okay, so here we go. We're back. We're back here. Okay, so dwarfed for Saga, dwarfed for Hadi, stunted for Maha, midget gems. Midget's very small. All of these mitigated by megacities. So, megacity is the same as megapolis. Stunted. What does stunted mean? So, for example, they say smoking stunts your growth. To stunt is to stop something growing. So the plants, the growth of the plants was stunted by lack of water. Yep, there are seagulls out there. Yeah. Dwarfed. To dwarf means to make something look small. Yeah. So I was dwarfed by the basketball player who stood next to me. No, midget. You can't use to midget as a verb. It's a midget. Yeah. Word didn't like this one at all. I had to tell it it's okay. Okay, you hear the seagulls. That's great. Okay, so there are more than 500 megacities. All of them. So there are 500 cities of 1 million people, and those cities are dwarfed by megacities like the huge ones. So here, made to look small. Made to look small compared to. That's to dwarf. Yeah, it could be used with either a or the. A population. Malnutrition, stunted child growth. Yes, that's good, Hadi. I love it. Okay, so shrimp. Shrimp isn't a verb. A shrimp is a little prawn. It's a little something that you eat. You could call somebody who's very small a shrimp. Yeah? A dwarf is the word for a small person or a midget. But to dwarf means to make something look small. So the tower block dwarfed the little house next to it. You made it look small, made it look short. Okay, so to dwarf. Very definitely, dwarfed is the answer. D-W-A-R-F-E-D. As a verb. But midget, you can't use midget as a verb. Yep, exactly. You are, Manuel. That's the point of this. Little squirt. A shrimp. Yeah? Okay, he's just a shrimp. He's just a tiny little shrimp. Okay, so insignificant shrimp, very good. Eclipsed by, dwarfed by, that's very good. I like it, Leffy. Thank you. Okay, wet my whistle time. Eclipsed by, made to look insignificant. As I discovered while researching my book Footprints, In Search of Future Fossils, the quantities of materials involved are tottering, lurching, wobbling, staggering. Okay, so you see this person here. They've mentioned the name of the book they've just written. Yeah, because they want to sell more of it. What's the word or the verb for this when you mention the name of your book or your new film to try and get publicity for it? There's an added question. So we've got staggering for Vitali. Okay, no problem, Shukri. Nice to have you. Staggering for Maria Lassad, staggering for Manji, for Count, for Julia Richmond, for Oksana, for TW. Good to have you, Vikas. You must turn your phone off during class. Pales into insignificance. Good. To dwarf. I love it, Patricia. Hadi goes for staggering. So does Laurie, Ronald, Esmokens. Hi, Esmokens, Roland. Quote. Okay. Product placement. Product placement is good. What's the word for it? You're very close. To promote, but there's a really good word. Staggering reserves, definitely Hadi. Staggering for polyglot. Good evening to polyglot. Are staggering, Manuel. Promotion, says Reynard. Staggering, very surprising. Very good, Roland. Staggering, says Sagard. Leffy! To plug. Okay, to plug. A plug. So this is called to plug when you mention the book that you've just written. That's it, Leffy. Manji, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Manji. I really appreciate. Okay, the question was, you see what this guy's done here? As I discovered while researching my book, Footprints, In Search of Future Fossils, he mentions his book. Okay, he's plugging his book. This is a plug for his book. Okay, you're not very good with currencies, are you, Leffy? To plug, that's the idea. Well done, Vitali. So, great to have you, Sahil. Mind-blowing, says Patricia. Okay, staggering. If something's staggering, it's amazing, it's surprising. Something that totters, rocks backwards and forwards, and it's about to fall over. That glass is tottering on the edge of the table. To lurch means to move suddenly from side to side. The butler in the Addams family was called Lurch because of his sudden lurching movements. And to wobble, so to move from side to side again. I've got a tooth that's wobbling. Wouldn't I love to? Okay, so staggering, amazing. There are a staggering 50 people in this live stream. So thank you again, Manji. That's really, really, really kind of you. I love it. Okay, so something that's staggering is amazing. It's surprising. Yeah, the bill was absolutely staggering. Thank you again, Manji. You're so kind. And it's not the first time either. She was tottering on her high heels. Yes, she was about to fall over. She was wobbling back and forth. Yeah, she lurched forward and I thought she was going to fall over. Every 100 years, the mining and construction industries move enough rock around the planet to create a new mountain, spread, range, ridge, Alps, Rockies, Andes. 40 kilometers wide, 100 kilometers long, and 4 kilometers high. Ibrahim, it's because I make so many. It's a pleasure to have you. So Vitali says range. Hadi says staggering. Depleting, not depleting. Staggering is surprising. Yeah? Oksana says range. Yes, I definitely have a video about lurch. And I think there's one about this word range as well, that Amin, Count Beauty, Julia Richmond, Lukash, Patricia, Pavla have used. I think they're the same in this context, Renyard. Yeah, I think stunning, particularly for something that's really beautiful, and staggering for something that's really bad. But you can use them the other way round, Renyard. So stunning more common for beauty, staggering more common for something that's bad or amazing. But yeah, the price was stunning and she's staggeringly beautiful. Okay, range for Maria Lazar, range for Ronan, mountain range for Laurie, range for SMP. It's at my pleasure, Abhinav. KJ goes range, Valentine range, Sveta for range, Renyard ridge. To leave in the lurch, says Hadi. Okay, it does get a little bit difficult for me when there are huge numbers of people, Leffy. Okay. Unplagued. Yeah. Okay. Range for Roland. Range for Polyglot. Good to have you wings. Range for Maha. Manuel unplugged. Ha. Yes. I get it. Yes. It's my pleasure to have you as a student, Manji, so it's mutual. Hadi says range as well. Very definitely. It's a mountain range. Wow. Thank you, Amin. That's so generous of you as well. Thank you, Manji. Thank you, Amin. That's really kind of both of you. Okay, so the ridge is just the top bit of the mountain. We walked along the ridge, along the crest where the two different pieces meet. And a mountain spread? No. To create, if the word mountain wasn't there, you could probably put Alps, Rockies or Andes, but not with the word mountain. Thank you again, Amin. That's so kind of you. To create another Alps, yes it would, Oksana, exactly. To create another Rockies, to create another Andes. But with the word mountain, it's going to be range, not the ridge. Thank you, Paula, in Uruguay. Pues muchas gracias, chica. Okay, so, I'd love to go to Uruguay. Okay. To ridge. You could use to ridge as a verb. You need to ridge the piece of paper. How do ridge, summit and crest differ? Summit's the very top. The ridge is normally where two flat pieces meet. It's long. So a summit is one-dimensional, a ridge is two. And a crest is where you get to a high part. It could be 1 or 2 dimensions for learn. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that is typical Leffy. So, yes, I like this next one. Okay, enough concrete has been set, cast, put, thrown since World War II to cover the entire planet, land and sea, according to a recent study in the journal Nature. There is now a greater mass of buildings and infrastructure on the planet than trees and shrubs. I'd love to visit Patagonia. Yeah. But they say that the Uruguayos are nicer than the Argentinos. The Uruguayos I know are really nice people. Okay, so Maria Lazard says cast. So does Vitali, so does Julia Richmond, so does Laurie, so does Lukash. Put says Valentine, cast says SMP, set says Count Beauty, the crest of a wave for KJ, cast for Rosina, set for Ronan, cast for Renyard, cast for Patricia. Okay, has been set. No, the concrete sets. A person doesn't set it. The concrete sets. So no, you don't make it set. Yeah, the concrete sets. Put. You don't use put either. You don't use put. What other verbs did we use with concrete? A verb to concrete. Thrown. You can't use thrown either. It's got to be cast. Yeah, to cast concrete. So cast for Ronan, for Renyard, for Patricia, for Amin, for Sveta, for Roland, for Oksana. You don't throw concrete. Well, you can. We could throw concrete at each other. Yeah, but that's slightly different. Great to have you, Ibrahim. Yeah. I can understand it, Ibrahim. Okay, to cast. To cast, to put the, to cover the surface. No, to cast, to make, to produce. Djokovic wins sets. Okay, here we go again. Sorry, bear with me 1 second. Okay, to pour concrete, that's very good. To lay concrete says for learn. Cast for Maha. To pour concrete says Vitali. So, this is very good. Okay. So, I'm going to put this here. Concrete sets. Lay, to lay concrete. To pour concrete. Yeah. Yeah. Be gone, troll, be gone. Yeah. You can cast iron as well. But here you can cast the concrete. Stuff for making a building. It's stuff to make a building, very definitely. Okay, so time is up, but we're going to do one more before we finish, because you're a wonderful lot. Okay, and okay, and okay. Location matters in settling, electing, confirming, determining the kind of fossil a city will leave. In geological terms, land is never static, either climbing or sinking on a tectonic elevator. Concrete evidence. Oh, I like that. Concrete cures. That's very good, Vitali. I love it. Paw. You missed the animal paw, Leffy. P-A-W. Okay, so determining for Vitali, for Learn, for Valentine, for Maria Lazar, for Oksana, for Manji, for Lukash, for Count Beauty, for Pavla, for Rosina, for Amin, for TW, for Patricia, for Renyard, for Julia. Pouring concrete over the ground. That works. Yes. The moon casts a bright light over the castle. That would work. So, oh ye, oh ye, oh ye. So, you settle an argument. No. You elect a leader of the Conservative Party. Is choose. You confirm that something is true. Yeah? In confirming. No, you have the evidence and then you prove it's true. We've got determining for Sveta, for Roland, for Ronan. SNP goes for determining as well. And South Fox goes for confirming. So, the answer is determining. In determining, in deciding, Ronan goes for determining and so does Roland. I'm the king of the castle and you're a dirty rascal. Determining, says Maha. Okay, that's true, KJ, you're right. Concrete cures, it means it sets, it becomes solid. You have to give time concrete to cure. For example, you cure meat, you put salt on it, and it takes time to cure, to reach the point where it's at its perfection. Okay, determining manual. Into downtown Mogadishu. This place is banging. Wow, downtown Mogadishu, that must be a place. Okay, concrete sets. It could settle. I think it sets better for learn. Determining, says Manuel. Good. Furnish the blueprint. Concrete sets. To settle means the lumpy bits float to the bottom for learn. The die was cast. D-I-E, KJ. Alia Jacta Est. So thank you all for coming. I think there probably is a rascal video, Leffy. Time for us to finish. It's been great having you all. You've been a wonderful group. Yeah? Let's see. Next class or next live will be Tuesday, 12th of July at 10:30 a.m. UK time. And that, okay, that reads better. Thank you for your donation, Leffy. I was going to say Leffy, Manji, and thank you as well, Amin. That was really kind of you. So thank you all for coming. Let's see. Thank you, Vitali. Thank you, Pradeep. Thank you, Leffy. Thank you, GW. Thank you, Survey. Thank you, Lukash. Thank you, Manji. Thank you, Julia Richmond. Thank you, Vitali. Thank you, Manisco. Thank you, TW. Thank you, Rosina. Thank you, Count Beauty. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Roland. Thank you, Oksana. Thank you, Valentine. Thank you, Manuel. Okay, thank you, Patricia. It's great to have you. Thank you for Learn. Thank you, Ronan, as well. And thank you, TW. Thank you, Maria Lazard. Thank you, KJ. Thank you, Ibrahim. Thank you, all of you. It's been really wonderful having you all. So, thank you, Amin. Thank you for your donation as well. And thank you, Manji, as well. Have a wonderful week, and I will hope to see most of you on Tuesday.